When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start reeling them in.
Gosh, all I can think about is D-Luke. Rebooting. When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice. Better see Barbara at the cathedral if you're injured.
I swear on the archives I can't go any lower.
We got off together after all. All I can think about is D-Luke.
I'm sure I've forgotten something. Not to worry, I'll simply send someone to fetch it. As soon as I remember what it was.
Hey everyone. Sorry that I was a little bit late today. Had a little bit of a connection issue, so couldn't go live for about 15 minutes, which was fun. But hopefully it's okay now. If you find any issues, feel free to let me know. But hopefully everything is working as intended. So how you doing, guys? Hopefully pretty well. Sorry that I wasn't able to stream on weekends. I had a little bit of a health crisis. Nothing too serious, but I'm still feeling a little after effects. Not sure if you can hear it, but my voice is not 100% yet. So it might be a little bit quieter than usual. But basically I got like soaked on Friday. And I wasn't able to like bring umbrella with me because I didn't think it was gonna rain. So I kinda got pretty much drenched completely and I had to walk home for like 40 minutes. So that kinda made me a little bit sick, which is no ideal, but it is what it is. But I'm feeling better now, so I decided to get back into streaming, get back to the grinding, if you will, since I do quite enjoy it. But I don't know if you saw, but basically for the past 2 days I was kind of cooking up that video that I uploaded yesterday, which quite a few of you enjoyed from what I saw, which I'm glad, because I tried something new, which I never done before, like a new style of editing and stuff like that. And from what I saw, you're doing pretty well. But that was kind of the idea that just came up on a fly. I didn't really plan it. The main reason why I did it was because a lot of you guys, well, not a lot of you, but some of my more regular viewers who like attend majority of my streams were kind of begging me, essentially, to level up my account, so I have more stuff to do. And I caved in finally and decided to oblige. Well, that was kind of the main reason why I did that video. But I did have quite a lot of fun making it. The only thing that I wasn't too happy about it is obviously my voice, since I wasn't 100%, but I try my best to not sound like I'm dead, which how I felt, but hopefully it didn't come across like that, so... Oh, hey Gritesh. Hopefully you're doing okay. I was just kind of rambling about the new video that I made, not sure if you saw it, but I was just saying that I didn't stream because I wasn't feeling too well for the past 2 days, and I kind of decided to make a video because of that. Today I think we're gonna start actually doing events. I don't know, maybe we're gonna like do epilogue of the story. I mean, I kind of finished it since I did find Scaramouche, which I wanted to do. So I might wait for more story to show up before I actually finish it. But I think we're just gonna do events and maybe a little bit of exploration while we're at it, because I kind of feel like just talking to you guys today without too much distraction on the side, since I didn't stream for 2 days. I think that would be more appropriate. I wanted to stream yesterday, like the fungus event, but unfortunately I didn't know that you had to complete more story in order to do it. Like, I looked it up and you actually had to complete Sumeru's story in order to unlock it. So I wasn't able to do that because I wasn't like 100% like health-wise. So I wasn't able to just speedrun through a story in an appropriate manner. So I just kind of skipped the event because I didn't think it was worth it. But I think we're gonna do this one, like Hypothesis one. Like, I know this one is not unlocked yet, but I think doing these three will be pretty fun. And then we might... yeah, this one. So basically, it like showed me that I had to do like a variety of quests, which I didn't want to. We might do also some exploration. Because like, I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but I didn't really do much here. Like, I did a little bit of chests in Mondstadt, but other than that, I really didn't do much. I honestly just really neglected this account, and I really need to fix it for you guys, because I know it's probably frustrating for you to just watch me do like low level stuff all the time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to my best to like do a little bit grinding off camera every now and again, and like do some fun stuff with you guys. I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna do like these quests with you, like the main ones for Leeway in Inazuma, because I'm pretty sure most of you saw it already. But maybe if you guys insist, I might show it, I guess, because I was just planning to kind of like do them off camera and just do like mostly exploration while talking to you. But I probably will do like story quests, like especially these, because I think I only finished. I didn't do Yellow one, and I did Kazuha one, so I didn't do these 4, which I probably will do. And I also never did these. Like for almost 2 years that I played Genshin, I never even did this once. Like I just never saw appeal to them. So maybe I'll do them. I'll see. I don't know if you guys are interested in that, but hopefully they will be kind of fun. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, for now we're just gonna stick to dailies, and then we'll do the boss rush, and after that we'll see how it goes. But it shouldn't take too long. I am quite interested if I'm gonna actually be able to do it, like the boss rush events, because I don't know if they scale from world level or if they just straight up come with like level 90. I don't remember, but this should be interesting. No, I exercise at home. Like I just do a bit of cardio, like running every now and again, and just do like basic. I do a lot of yoga. I know it's not like the most manly thing probably. Most of you probably don't expect me to do yoga, but my mother is like, she was yoga instructor for a while. So she taught me a lot of yoga poses because when I was younger, I used to do judo and basketball, which kind of messed up my back quite a lot. So I had to like go to the doctor every now and again and like get it checked, and like chiropractor. But what I realized afterwards is that yoga kind of helps me more, because it almost kind of eases the tension on my back. And I've been doing yoga for about, I want to say 3 years now, and it actually helps me quite a lot. But usually when it comes to like exercising in general, I prefer to do a little bit of strengthening. So I do like the core exercises. I do plank quite a lot. I do like 10 minutes of plank every day. And I do a little bit of like just basics, which is like push-ups, crunches, stuff like that, sit-ups. But that's kind of the basics, what I do daily. And I used to like go play basketball every now and again, but honestly right now I don't have time, and also I'm not like in 100% shape to actually do it, because I used to be a center since I'm fairly tall, so I used to play a lot for like my school and college team. But as time went on, I kind of lost mostly interest, but also I realized that if I'm gonna do it full time, I'm kind of gonna mess up my back really badly, because I already had it messed up from doing judo. Since I started doing judo since I was 5, and I did it till I was 13, so I did it throughout my entire childhood. And honestly, it wasn't a good idea, because especially as a child, when your bones develop, since I was always fairly like a large guy, I had to spar with a lot of big dudes as well, which kind of messed my health pretty badly. And basketball didn't help either, because like then it kind of caused to have like knees issues and stuff like that. So I'm fine now. It's just I try not to like overstress too much on my body, because if I do, then I'm kind of in pain for a while. So mostly my exercising is kind of basic, but I do kind of try to keep in shape, at least somewhat. I guess probably. I mean, it's not like I'm camera shy. It's just the problem is, the reason why I don't do like face cam is because my room is pretty tiny and there's not much to look at. Like, there's literally like just my bed and my computer, setup, and there's nothing else. So I don't really have like stuff to put in the background, if you will, so it wouldn't be interesting to look at. That's the main reason why I don't do face cam. But yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not like shy or anything. It's just mostly, as I said, there's nothing interesting for me to look at because my current like living situation is not that grand, so I don't have like a place of my own. But when I finally like find the permanent living quarters, if you will, definitely will consider doing like a face cam content for you guys, because I'm not planning to do like only Genshin in the future, because I do have other interests like manga, manhwa, maybe like reviews, and I also don't really mind doing like IRL stuff, because I think that's pretty fun.
But the plan was water.
But yeah, that's kind of general gist of why I don't do face stuff. It's not because I'm conscious or like shy or anything, it's just pretty much because there's nothing to look at. And I don't want you guys to just stare at like pretty much blank wall, because I don't know, it just doesn't sound fun. My weight in kilograms, I think is about 90 kilograms, since I'm pretty like big lad. I'm 6'4", which is around 194 centimeters, maybe 195. So yeah, that's probably why. Like, I'm not like overly bulky or anything like that. Like, I'm pretty in shape and stuff. But yeah, that's probably why. My highest weight I ever been to is about 100 kilos when I used to like bulk up when I was a little bit younger. And my lowest, I think, ever, since I was like 18, was like about 80 when I used to like be like super shredded. But now I'm kind of in the middle between that. Like, I'm not overweight or anything, but you know, I'm not like super in shape. Because to be that, you need to exercise like every single day. You need to be on point. You need to like wake up early. You need to have specific diet. And that type of stuff is just too much for me at the moment. Like, I don't have patience to do that. I definitely might do that in the future, but not at the moment. Because, like, I'm pretty lucky to have a fast metabolism, which means that I don't gain weight super easily. And, like, I have not really that strict of a diet either. Like, I do something called inhibit dieting, which is basically means that I eat once a day. So, what I do, I usually, like, drink a lot of water in the morning, and then have a meal at about 6 o'clock in the evening, and that's me for the day pretty much. I eat like around, I want to say, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 calories depending on how I feel. And I usually eat like pretty clean food as well. I'm not like the biggest fan of sweets and like super salty fatty stuff, so my diet is mostly consisted of like just meat and like either potatoes or like grains. And for snacks I usually just do like Greek yogurt with some like crackers or whatever, just because for fiber stuff. But other than that, I'm not like a big food guy. I don't really care that much. I mean, it kind of depends really, because as I said, it's mostly depending on your like body fat. percentage, I think. That's how it works. And mine's fairly low. I think the last time I checked it was like 5% or something. Or like even 3%. Like I don't have any body fat whatsoever.
Illusion shattered.
Commit to memory.
So it's mostly muscles, which I don't think it's a bad thing, but maybe it is, I don't know. Like I know it's not super good to have like super high weight, especially if you are like on the shorter side, because it impacts your health quite badly, even if it's muscles. But yeah, I just like the thing is my family is pretty outdoorsy, which means that I was never like stuck inside for majority of the time. Like I still played video games like whenever I had free time, but my family was really adamant about like us going out all the time. So I grew up with a lot of like traveling and like doing physical activities, so I never had like an issue of being unhealthy, if you will. But I definitely like started caring more about my health when I would go a little bit older. Like I'd say I only started caring maybe when I got like to 20 or so. Because before that I just used to eat whatever. Like my diet used to consist from ready-made meals, pretty much, and like crisps, which are chips. And that's it really. Like I never liked soda and stuff, so I never was like big into sugary food and drinks, but I used to drink only juice. I used to hate drinking water as a kid because it's boring, and then at some point I switched to sparkling water just because I found normal water boring, and then in the past year or so I switched back to just regular water because I realized it's better for you. Like sparkling water is not bad for you, really. It's all it is just gas with regular water, but it's still a little bit healthy to just have regular water every now and again. And I also used to not drink a lot of water. Like I used to drink just even not a liter a day maybe, but nowadays I drink about 2, or at least I try to. It's not always the case, but it's quite good for you, I'd say, to drink more water than you actually need to. Like obviously not in excessive amounts, but like I know some people have those like water bowls that tell you like how much you should drink whenever like certain time hits, and I never understood those, but I just try to like not be dehydrated at any given point, otherwise I like feel pretty bad. And I'm not like a big health guy either. It's just I obviously don't wanna have any health complication when I'm older. That's the main reason really. Plus it makes me feel better to be at least somewhat healthy. Yeah, I know, that's the point, but like... The thing is, it wasn't like standard sparkling water, it was like flavored ones. You know, like the ones... It's not like LaCroix, but more like just standard. Like think of mineral water, but flavored. That's pretty much what it was. But the problem is, I just realized kind of like, there's no point to drinking that too much, because it doesn't keep you too hydrated, really. Plus, the gas inside sparkling water was just kind of messing up my stomach, which I didn't like. Because I used to drink a lot of it. So it would like mess up my stomach pretty badly if I drank it excessively. And I used to drink probably about 3 bottles a day. Like 1 liter bottles. Which is not too good for you, with all the gas. But that was mainly the reason why I did it. It wasn't like because I was super health conscious or anything like that. Like I still eat like pizza and stuff like that every now and again. I'm not like super strict about it. It's just I try not to have too much junk food in my diet. Like, I was never a fast food guy. I never ate fast food, and I never like craved it. Like, I know a lot of my friends and people that I know were like big into like McDonald's and like Burger King when we were like in school and college, and I just never had that because I grew up on like homemade food, so I never had like a massive craving for fast food. Like, I was never like a massive burger fan, or like I did like fries in McDonald's like when I was like little, but then I just realized I can make them at home, like just put them in an oven or something, and they're much better for you, and they still taste good. So that was kind of my main reason why I never like went to fast food places. It wasn't like because I had vendetta against fast food places. Not at all. It's just fast food food usually doesn't taste that good, and that's the main kind of reason. But I got used to like cooking my own food since I was a child, since like my grandma was like really big into cooking. So I grew up with like a lot of really good food, and she had like a lot of her own recipes, which made me kind of adapt them into my own daily life. Like, I'm still nowhere near good to like cook my own food, but I usually just make like basic stuff. Like most of the time I just make like a paella, which is exceptionally easy to do, especially if you just make like a chorizo one. All you need to do is just make rice and just vegetables with a little bit of sausage or whatever. And sometimes I make like I make miso soup sometimes, which I really like. It's good for your stomach because some of my family is in Japan, so I learned a lot of like Japanese cooking from there as well. And I cook quite a lot. I cook like ramen every now and again, which I know is not the healthiest thing, but I really like it. And I make quite a lot of like French cooking as well. I do a lot of every now and again. I know it's pretty fancy, but I do like it. I make like beef Wellington every now and again, which I know is pretty posh, but I make like a not fancy version. Like, I don't buy like the most expensive beef or whatever, but I really like it. Like, for special occasions I make it. But usually my diet consists of like rice. Like, I make like traditional Japanese like sushi rice with a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt. I add some pepper sometimes every now and again if I'm feeling a little bit in need of spice. But most of the time, that's kind of my meal, and I cook like chicken or beef, just like stir fried with vegetables, and that's kind of it. My favorite comfort food, probably ice cream, really. Like, I don't eat ice cream a lot, but like, it's something about it when like once a month I would just get like a tub and I would just empty it in like a day. That's probably my favorite comfort food. Like, I obviously love pizza, and I really like Turkish cuisine. Like, I'm a big fan of like shawarma and a lot of like Turkish delights. I really love them. I really like there's this dessert called rahat lokum, I think, which is Turkish as well. And like, just Turkish cuisine just has a lot of like really like rich food, which is not good for you, but I love it. And since I grew up in Ukraine, we had a lot of like Turkish cuisine, like heritage within the country. So I grew up with a lot of them. Like, there was this one shawarma place where I used to visit every time after school. And every time I would go there, I would get like a nice shawarma. I would get like a freshly squeezed lemonade. And it's like my childhood summed up, because that would be like my lunch every single day for, I don't know, ever since I was like in 2nd grade till I was like in 6th. So for about 4 years, that was pretty much all I ate at lunch. And honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So that's basically why I had such a strong connection to like Turkish cuisine and overall like Eastern European, just because I grew up with a lot of it.
Illusion shattered.
Growl, growl, growl.
Everybody stand back.
And a lot of it is really unhealthy for you, because we have something, especially like since it's almost Christmas, like in Ukraine,
That's far enough.
we don't celebrate Christmas because it's not a thing. Well, we do, but it's more religious, and it's in January.
No escape.
But basically, what we do on the New Year, we make like a lot of food, and most of that food contains a lot of unhealthy ingredients. Because there's this one salad called Olivier, I think, which is basically like amalgamation of boiled vegetables with like processed meat, and mixed up with a lot of mayo, like absurd amount of mayo. And it used to be one of my favorite foods when I was a child, just because it was so good taste-wise, but it's so unhealthy for you. But yeah, that kind of sums it up. Like Eastern European cuisine in a nutshell, it's just how much mayo you can put in a dish, and that's pretty much all it is. Spicy food, yes. I'm a massive fan of like, as I said, Eastern cuisine. So I like Chinese food, I like Taiwanese food, Malaysian. Like I'm a massive fan of Thai food, and Thai food is really spicy. Like not all of it, but a lot of it's really spicy. And the problem only is that my stomach can't handle like super spicy food, because I'll be dying if I ate like a lot of it. But usually I indulge in it at least once a week. Like I have a Chinese place near me, so I get like a lot of semi-traditional dishes, which are like more sweet and spicy, which kind of like
Everything's in place.
more easy on my stomach.
Yes. Now to start.
It's run by like a really nice old couple, and I usually visit them on like Fridays after work, and I get a little bit of like sesame chicken, which they fry in like chili peppers and like with chili flakes, and then mix it with like rice and stuff, and I love it. And there's a lot of like noodle options they have as well, which I'm not the biggest fan of noodles, because like they're a little bit heavy. I personally prefer rice, even though it does say like a brick in your stomach if you eat too much of it. But it's kind of like more down my road personally, because I enjoy rice as a side dish probably more than I enjoy noodles. Like my favorite side dish is probably potatoes, but like rice is second closest to me. Spice tolerance, well, taste-wise, I can take anything. Like I feel fine immediately. Like I don't have like immediate death effect, you know, the ones that you get from spice. It's just mostly my stomach that's killing me. So I'm gonna suffer like the entire night. So if we take everything into consideration, I say it's about 7 or 8. Like I can eat like super spicy. Like I had like Carolina Reaper infused chicken,
I'm sure
like
I've
a rub,
forgotten something.
and I felt fine after eating it. But the problem was, about an hour after I ate it, I felt like I was dying, and I felt like I was about to just pass into the afterlife. So I'd say it's about 7 or 8. Because I do eat quite a lot of it, so I developed semi-tolerance, I'd say. So like, I eat like jalapenos and habaneros just as a snack. Like I put that stuff in a salad whenever I have one, or on like a sandwich, and I'm perfectly cool with that. Like it doesn't even bother me, so that's kind of where I am. Plus, the thing about spice is that as long as the flavor is good, I don't mind if it's super spicy. If the flavor is bad, that's when I have an issue with spicy food. Because like, that's why I love Thai food so much, because they put spice knowing that it's gonna make food delicious. And if the food delicious, I don't really mind if it's like deathly spicy. Because like, I'd rather suffer later and have like a delicious meal than suffer and don't have a delicious meal, you know? Oh, hey Greg, hopefully you're doing okay. Yeah, I was just talking about like my spice tolerance so far. Because like when I've been to Thailand, which I've been twice, I had this dish called drunken noodles. I forgot what's the actual, like, the correct name in Thai. But basically, it's this dish, which they also called piss noodles, because you need to be, like, super drunk in order to tolerate it. And I used to eat it just for breakfast, just as a normal thing, so that's kind of where my spice tolerance is. So I love spicy food. It's just I wish that my stomach was able to handle it better. Because I have semi-sensitive stomach, which is unfortunate when you love spicy food.
Have a little taste. The depths beckon. I may have overestimated myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, Greg. Like, I have decent tolerance, like spice, in the sense of I don't feel it like taste-wise. Like, it doesn't hurt. It's just my stomach just kills me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who love spice that way as well. Because, like, you gotta have a stomach of steel in order to handle spice that well. Because I eat Indian food quite often as well. And, like, curry for Indian food is, like, super spicy. And, like, messes you up for, like, the entire day. So whenever I have Indian food, I, like, need to plan my day ahead. So I need to, like, pre-game myself. So I need to, like, drink a lot of milk. I need to eat a few bananas maybe before, so I don't feel like I'm dying afterwards. And then I go in like super hard on it. Like I order like my favorite curry place has like a spice level. And usually I order 9 or 10 depending on how I feel. And that's pretty much a death sentence. Because like I'm probably the only person that ever ordered 10. Because every time I would order it the first time, like, the owner just gave me a look like I was insane. And I was like, no, I can handle spice. And he was like, are you sure? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. I'm pretty good with spicy food. And he was like, okay, well, I need you to sign this, like, he gave me, like, one of those contracts where you sign in case you, like, have a deathly allergic reaction or whatever. And I was like, I would sign it. And I would eat it like in front of him, and he was like pretty surprised because it didn't show any reaction. But the problem is, after about half an hour, I probably spent like a good an hour or so in their bathroom, just like dying. Like I threw up even, but I was like worth it because like it was one of the best carries I ever had. And that's kind of what I'm at with spice. Like I don't mind suffering for it, as long as they have a really good meal. Because suffering is part of the experience to me personally. If I don't suffer while I eat food, then what's the point? Because like suffering adds to pleasure. Like I'm not a masochist, but just something about suffering while you eat your food just makes it 10 times better. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I only feel that way about food, nothing else. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're Indian, like, spice is just running through your veins, but I'm white, so, like, for me, I'm not built to handle spice, you know, Gratesh? Like, white people just not built for that. And that's unfortunate, because, like, we just built for, like, the most mild shit ever. We can't handle spice by nature. Like, nature just nerfed white people to the point where we can't eat spicy food, and that's honestly sad. Because, like, where I grew up, we don't really have, like, spicy food. Like, traditional spicy food. We don't really do that. So, I grew up without, like, much of a tolerance build-up. So, I had to, like, build my own tolerance, pretty much. Since I was, like, teenager. Because I think the first time I had like spicy food was when I moved to England, because like we just don't have it in Ukraine. Like we don't have Indian food, we don't have Thai food. It's just either really hard to find, or it's not that good to begin with, so it's not even worth it to get it. So my proper like first Indian experience was when I came to London, and I went to like some really good Indian takeaway place, and I had like a proper curry. I had like manga chutney and like a really good naan bread, and I was like, damn, I love it. And ever since then, I was like a spice addict, and I was always chasing that dragon ever since. The only problem with spice I have is that at certain points, if you eat just spicy food, you kind of become too tolerant to it, so you don't feel as good when you eat it. Because I definitely had the issue with like Thai food when I was in Thailand, because at certain point I just stopped feeling like the high from the food that I ate. Like it just felt like normal food at certain points, and that was a big disappointment to me, because I love the feeling of like almost dying, but in a good way, if that makes sense. And I can't get that feeling back nowadays. I only can get the feeling back if I don't eat spicy food for like very long time, like multiple months.
Killjoy, we've only just begun. Almost. Let's end this quickly. I see through you.
Make yourselves at home.
Right there. The depths beckon.
Let's light it up!
Committed to memory.
Went too far. Let's end this quickly.
But yeah, other than that, like besides spicy food, I'm a massive fan of Japanese cuisine. Since my uncle lives in Japan, so I visit him on like pretty regular basis. So I get like a lot of like really good sushi, and like a lot of like fry-ups that they have, like chicken skewers, and they have one of my favorite dishes, actually, now that I think about it, is probably grilled unagi, which, if you don't know, guys, it's eels. And I know that eels don't sound like the most appetizing thing ever, and especially coming from Britain, where we have this disgusting thing called jellied eels, which is one of the grossest things you'll probably ever taste, and I never recommend it to anyone. But what in Japan they do, they take those eels and they like rub them in teriyaki sauce, I think, and they grill them on like charcoal grills, and they put them on like a bed of rice, and it's one of the most delicious things ever. And it's quite expensive as well, because eels are not very affordable in Japan, unfortunately, but it's one of the tastiest things ever, and it's not even like beef or anything. I personally love it, and I know it's not probably for everyone, but it's super, super delicious.
Shine down.
My guilty pleasure? Well, the thing is, as I said, I don't really eat like a lot of sugary stuff, so...
There is no escape.
But I do indulge in cheesecakes every now and again. Like, cheesecake is probably my favorite dessert, and I eat it maybe like once every 3 months or so. So like, I'm a big fan of like a really nice homemade cheesecake, or like a very nice like bakery cheesecake. Just because, I don't know, just something about it. Like, I don't like cakes just because they are too rich. And I'm not the biggest fan of like, even though I love ice cream, I'm not the biggest fan of ice cream cake either. But just something about cheesecake is like, it's really like rich yet somehow light most of the time. And I'm a massive fan of that. And probably pizza, I guess. Because, like, I love pizza, I just don't eat it a lot. But those are two would probably be my personal guilty pleasures. But I don't indulge them in, like, regularly. It's more like occasionally. Plus, I'm not a very good baker anyway, so I never like cheesecake. I never made cheesecake or pizza by myself. I usually just ask somebody else to do it for me, if I feel like it. Because I don't really know how to bake. I was never a baker to begin with. And the only thing that I know how to make when it comes to baking is, as I said, beef Wellington. But it's only because I get like pre-made pastry, I don't make it myself. So when it comes to baking, I don't know what I'm doing. Like at all. So personally, I just cook on like stove. I don't really touch oven that often. Just only if it's like something I need to make that's already pre-cooked. But yeah, I usually just either fry stuff or like parboil or grill. That's kind of how my preparation of food goes. But yeah, I was a massive fan of like cooking shows when I was a child. Like I watched a lot of like MasterChef when I was a kid, and I also watched a lot of Gordon Ramsay, mostly for entertainment. But I also liked the food aspect, because like say what you will about the man, but he knows how to cook. So I watched a lot of him. So I always had like a passion for cooking. I just never like did much with it.
The depths beckon.
Temple of Wisdom.
Torn to oblivion.
Cause like I used to watch like MasterChef and like Hell's Kitchen and stuff like that just for entertainment purposes. I didn't watch it for like educational stuff. Educational just came as a like pleasant surprise more than anything. But I never watched it for like learning how to cook, which I'm sure that's how most people find that show to be. Because you come for entertainment and you stay for learning stuff. Oh, hey Mark, hopefully you're doing okay. We're just doing a little bit of a Primogems grinding today.
Add Astro.
Just gonna do some events in a
Thank
little
you
bit.
for complete-
But yeah, also rambling about random stuff. Feel free to ask me questions if you feel like it about the game or in general. I don't mind. Since I'm talking about random stuff anyway. So I might as well just answer if you have guys any questions. Even if you want to know something about me, I'm perfectly fine with that. Or even if you need help on game, like I'm not the most knowledgeable person, but I'll still have somewhat of an expertise in this game, I guess, since I did play it for a while. So my advice might not be the best, but it might help you, you never know. Oh yeah, thanks. I just found that GIF on like DeviantArt, and I thought it was pretty cool. Because when I was looking for like live stream, I was just looking for something to look at for you guys, since I didn't want to be just like a faceless voice in your ears. So I kind of stuck with that for now. But I do plan to get like a 2D model of some kind in the future, maybe. Just for something more fun, I guess, to look at. But yeah, the Zhao was something I found pretty cool. So I decided to keep it for now. I guess we can do this hypothesis. I know there's no all unlocked, but we might as well try it. Probably should heal first.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
The hardest thing for me to do? Do you mean like just in general or like in game? Because if in general, I guess if we're talking about life, then to stay kind of like motivated, since I have a bit of ADHD, so I'm like easily distracted, so it's pretty hard for me to be like on track at any given point, since I have a little bit of an issue with like concentration, and I always have that in like school and stuff, so I get like super easily bored if I'm not particularly interested in the subject or like conversation in general. And like a lot of people just thought that I'm just like being a dick and not engaging with them, but it's mostly just I can't help it, because sometimes I'm just feeling like I just rather do something else, and it just subconsciously start like twiddling with stuff or like randomly doing something, even in like middle of conversations. And I always thought they was just the way I am, but then I got like an actual doctor appointment for this, and the doctor told me that I just like super hyperactive in a sense, and I just need something to do, and I get like super easily distracted. I was never like on medication or anything, but he just said they probably will go away when I get older, but it never did, so I don't know. I just kind of go used to it more than anything. But if we're talking in game, then I'd say like the hardest thing I find about Genshin is motivation to log in daily, because like I'm the type of person when it comes to games is that I need something to keep me engaged, and if I can't find that something, that I don't really want to play that game. Because like I had a lot of issues with like other games I used to play, when at certain point I just get so bored with them that I just didn't even feel like logging every day for dailies and stuff. But luckily I haven't felt that in Genshin in a while. Like I definitely used to feel that back in the day, but not anymore, since I just don't take the game as seriously as I used to. I just take it more as a fun, casual experience, because I definitely used to take it too seriously, which is kind of what ruined my overall experience. Because after playing the same game from both like hardcore and casual perspective, I definitely can say that being casual is more almost freeing in a sense, because you don't have like obligation and you don't have like worries about where you are and like how far you progress. You don't worry about min-maxing, you don't worry about like getting the best artifacts possible, and you don't worry about maximizing like, your like output of performance. Like you don't worry about how to spend the resin most efficiently, where you need to farm, who you need to get in order to like have the best possible options, which I don't worry about right now, but I definitely used to, because I used to be the type of person that would go for like only characters that were like really OP, and I didn't really care about how actually fun they are, which was my issue. I don't actually have preference when it comes to cars, because I do have driving lessons, but I don't really like driving. It's too stressful for me, and as I said, because I have ADHD, I like get distracted easily. So I never liked driving to begin with. But if we talk just in general, I guess probably Tesla, just because it drives itself, which means that I don't need to be in control. Like, I like the idea of cars that just take me anywhere I need to go, and I don't actually need to drive them, and I don't need to stress out about it. Because, like, standing cars, I don't really care. I don't have, like, super high interest in them. Like, I was never the type of person that was, like, looking for, like, sports cars and stuff like that as a kid. Like, I know it's a pretty manly thing to do, but I just never really was interested in them. Same goes for, like, bikes and all the other geared stuff. I was just never really into it. The same really about sports. Like, I was never the type of person that would watch sports. I always liked playing them, but I was never, like, the type of person to just sit and, like, watch the game for, like, 2 hours straight without breaks, just because I found it boring. As I say, it's mostly just because I have ADHD, so I can commit to stuff as easily as other people. But I just always was, like, the type of person that would try, like, a lot of things and just see what I like. And if I didn't like anything, I would just keep, like, doing stuff until I find something I like. Alright, let's see what this one is about. I guess I'll go with this team, see how it goes. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's matches the level. That's fine.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Make yourselves at home. Inazuma shines eternal. Grow, grow, grow. There is no escape.
Be still.
Illusion shattered.
Kamisato Arc. Sumeru Cascade.
Shine down. Illusion shattered. Let's light it up.
Pretty interesting challenge. I haven't done it in ages.
Memory. I'm going in. Sharing my knowledge. Shine down. Let's light it up. Grow, grow, grow. Illusion
Be still.
Country-wise, let's see. I mean, I guess if I think about it, probably I would like to travel to America someday, because I've never been. Like, I traveled quite a bit around Europe when I was little, and I traveled quite a bit about East Asia, I think. Because I've been to, like, Japan, I've been to China, and I've been to Thailand. And Europe-wise, I've been quite a few places, like Spain, Greece, France, a few others, Italy, Czech Republic, like Russia I've been, Turkey I've been, so quite a few places. But yeah, I've never been to America, personally, and I think I would like to visit it one day.
Let's go find some treasure.
Because, I don't know, it sounds like a fun place to visit. And I think I'll probably enjoy it quite a bit.
Everybody stand! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! The Temple of Wisdom! This may hurt a little. Shine down!
Cascade.
A minute to memory. Illusion shattered.
Beckett.
Let's light it up! I'm going in! There is no escape!
This may hurt a little.
Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha!
The Temple of Wisdom. Grow, grow, grow.
Alright. That wasn't too bad.
Illusion shattered! Everybody stand back!
Make yourselves at home. This may hurt a little. Ha!
When it comes to goals, I mean, it's kind of loaded question, isn't it? But I guess just in general, probably just figure out what I want to do in life, really. I mean, I know it's kind of cliche answer, but like, I'm still trying to figure out who I am, if anything, and just what I want to do with my life. But I do enjoy quite a bit of just doing YouTube and streaming in general, so hopefully maybe that would be my goal in the future. Because like right now I just do it for fun,
Zuma shines eternal!
but probably in the future I'll dedicate more time and effort into it and try to make it into an actual tangible job, I guess, if you will, in the future.
Commit it to memory.
Let's light it up!
Because like the only reason why I started doing YouTube is because I wanted to see if I enjoy it. And so far I think it's pretty fun. I mean, I've met quite a lot of interesting people while doing it. And I've had quite a few interesting experiences.
This may hurt a little.
So I thought it was quite enjoyable.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Plus I like interacting with new interesting people. It's something that
Be still.
is quite enjoyable to me personally. Ooh. Like,
There is no escape!
Prior Hypothesis is at least my favorite because it's so annoying to deal with. Especially with sheer cold being a thing.
Teamwork is strength!
Share my knowledge. Grow.
Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! There is no escape!
Kamisato Art. Sumeru.
Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
This may hurt a little.
Let's light it up!
Cascade.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Adventure time! I'm going in! Illusion shattered!
Grow, grow.
Be still.
Shine down!
Commit it to memory.
This might take a minute.
Adventure time.
This may hurt a little.
Ooh,
Let's light
well,
it
that
up.
wasn't very nice. Okay.
Illusion shattered.
I need to kind of level up my characters. Because so far they are pretty weak.
Minute to memory.
Even though like they're some of the best characters in the game, they are pretty underwhelming at the moment, unfortunately.
Everybody stand back. There is no
Oh. Playtime? Daily? I mean,
Let's light it up. Adventure time.
probably, I'd say, from around 8 o'clock till about 10, so 11. So like about 3 to 4 hours a day on like from Monday to Friday. And from Saturday to Sunday, I'd say it's anywhere between 10 to 12 hours really. Because like I try to like compensate my gaming time on Saturday more and Sunday more than anything. Since I don't really have much
Illusion shattered.
time, I guess if you could say, since I'm working on like daily basis.
Benny's adventure team. I have failed you.
Probably should heal them. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have time even in the morning, like, to do much. So I kind of compensate it in evenings. Like, sometimes I stay up later than I should be, probably, to game.
There is no escape.
But yeah, if I had to round it up, it's probably around 4 hours, I guess, max.
Mind the deluge.
Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Illusion shattered.
This may hurt a little.
Adventure time. Let's light it up.
Grow, grow, grow.
There is no escape.
Damn, this boss is so annoying. Oh, come on.
Adventure time. Off we go.
Ah. God damn it.
Don't worry, I got this.
Oh, come on. It's not fair.
Illusion shattered.
I clearly hit it. But I guess no. I hate this hypothesis a lot because I don't have like a fire damage dealer right now. So it's pretty annoying to deal with it. Because if I had like Hutao or somebody, it wouldn't be as bad, but since I don't, like Bennett is the only one I can rely on, really, to like do substantial damage. He's not built as a damage dealer, so it's pretty annoying.
This was unwise.
Cascade.
All right. All right.
Be still.
Committed to memory.
Finally, Jesus. Well, at least I got the annoying achievement where you need to like wait for it to revive 3 times, I think it was. Or something like that. Where was it? Yeah, this one. Because this one is annoying to get. Like, I remember I got it actually by like pure luck the first time I did. I didn't even know that's a thing. Because like, I was just so bad that I didn't realize how to deal with it. Like, I didn't realize you need to charge attack those little snowballs. Like spiky ones. So I just kind of like messed it up for 3 times and then just got it by pure luck. So that was fun. But yeah, that one is not annoying, one is out of the way. But the other ones should be pretty simple to deal with. Oh hey Nep, hopefully you're doing okay. We're just doing some hypothesis runs for now with the guys in chat. It is Hydra, so yeah, bring Shincho as well. I do need heals more though. But Ben is going to be kind of useless though, so I guess I bring Shincho.
Chivalry will never die.
If you are on EU account, then yes, I can do the review if you need it. I'm not like the most knowledgeable person ever, but I definitely can help if you need it. I can do American ones as well, but I would need to like log in onto another account. But I don't unfortunately have like Asian one, like CA, so I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, I can log in on an A a little bit later to do it for you if you would like. It's not a problem. I have one. It's just gonna take like a second. I mean, I can do it now, really, if you really want it. Might as well. Because I wasn't, like, particularly busy or anything. So yeah, just let me know if you want to do it now. I don't mind. It's just gonna take a second for me to relog onto the other account. But yeah. I mean, it's kind of fun to do a little bit of reviews. As I said, I'm not the most, how do you call it, hardcore player of Genshin, but I definitely know enough, I guess, to make an educated review. I mean, I guess we might as well do it if you want it. I don't really mind. We can come back to Hypothesis a little bit later. We might as well take a break since I was fighting the cryo one for about 20 minutes now, and I was a little bit pissed if I'm gonna be completely honest, because it kind of annoyed me greatly. But yeah, just give me a second. I'll re-log in. I mean, it's fine. Oh,
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here?
I think I logged in into the wrong one. God damn it. I logged it into the wrong one. I logged in into the one that I used for different reason.
Your path was blocked by
Ah,
some
god
unknown god?
damn it. I didn't mean this.
Outlanders,
Ah.
your journey ends here.
Alright, just give me a sec. I'll log in into the right one.
Who are you? The sustainer of heavenly principles, the arrogation of mankind.
I just kind of forgot. The one that I used to use. Because it's been a while since I logged in into American one. Since I don't use it that often. Let's see which one it was.
So, what you're trying to say...
I definitely remember I had one. It's been so long since I did it. Let's see. I think I had a road down somewhere. Ah, I think it's this one. Yeah, I have like my entire rerolling account information because I did like 500 of them at one point. So I have like all of them not really memorized, but written down. So I have like actual physical memory of them. Because it's pretty tough to keep track of what you did and when. But yeah, I think I found it. Alright. It's just, I don't really keep track of like the ones that I don't use. Or like haven't used in a while. So it takes a minute to figure that out. But yeah, I finally found one, so let's see. It shouldn't have taken that long, but it did. So let's see. Alright. I mean, it's a pretty good roster so far. Let's see. I assume you're doing Blizzard Stray, because if it's not, then... Alright, you are. Alright, that's fine. I mean, 20%, it's a little bit on the lower side, not gonna lie, but I guess with like double cryo plus Blizzard Stray, it's probably fine, because I think it gives you like what, 20 plus 20 plus, I think you get 15 from double cryo, right? Or is it 10? It's one of the two, so it's about 80% in total? No. About 75, which is fine. It's not like crazy, but it's okay. I definitely understand people who build like Blizzard Stray and build low crit. C4, respectable. 10. I see. So you built. Oh, I see. It's 10 because of Constellation. Makes sense. I was like, did you crown her or no? But no, that's okay. I mean, you honestly don't really need talents above level 6, really. It's only for if you're gonna whale. Missplitter, that's a good choice for Ayaka. Your best slot. Let's see. 61% cryo damage, that's fine. A little bit of energy recharge, never had anyone. Your Ayaka looks fine. Like, if I were you, I would definitely like crit rate just a little bit, because 20% is a little bit on the lower side. I would boost that to a little bit, like 30, maybe 35, just to have like consistent crit rate, because even with all of like the buffs, it's still a little bit on the lower side. Because like, even with 75, like you're not always gonna crit. I would usually aim for at least like 90% with Blizzard Strayer, because that's how I built my Ayaka when I used to play her. But it's definitely decent. Let's see, that's an alright feather. Sating crate, that's good. That's a good flower. Let's see. Circlet could be better, but I do understand the struggle of getting good circlet. That's always a struggle, which is, this one's not too bad. Like, it has some energy reaches, some attack. Obviously not the greatest, but you gotta work with what you have. That's decent. Goblet, not the craziest one, but Elemental Master, energy recharge is pretty good. And, ooh. Sands probably you should replace, it's not like the greatest. Should aim for a little bit higher. But it's definitely not bad. Like, I would personally suggest just if you can find either like Circlet with like crit rate substat or the Sands, I think that's all you really need to make her better. But other than that, like your feather is good, your flower is good, and your goblet is fine. Like obviously I know the crag goblets, like any elemental goblets really are pretty hard to find, so I do understand that. But definitely work on your Sands. I think if you really like Ayaka, I'd say Sands and yeah, probably Circlet if you can find a decent one. But other than that, she's good. Let's see your Kazuha, 643. That could be a little bit higher. Kazuha usually needs, I want to say around 900 minimum, usually. But let's see what you built him as. Freedom Spawn, that's good. Very decent, as expected. Let's see. That's a good feather for him. That's a good flower. That's... oh, you don't really want crit rate on Kazuha because... I know you probably just don't have Elemental Head, but just in case you're not... in case you're not aware, just as a point of reference, Animal can crit, because Swirl can crit, just for your reference. So, usually you shouldn't use crit rate or crit damage or anything on Kazuha, because he doesn't need it, unless you have him C6, which, let's see. No, you have him C2, so yeah. If you have Kazuha C6, then you can build him as a damage dealer, but usually C2, Kazuha especially, all you really want is as much elemental mastery into him as possible. So what you want is, well, this one's fine. I mean, it's this sap stat. It's not like it matters too much, but basically for Kazuha, just don't worry about sap stat. Just pump him with elemental mastery as much as you possibly can. So like work on Goblet and Hat, and like your feather and your flower is already good, and Sands is whatever, you don't really need to bother about that. But yeah, basically just fix those two and you're gonna have about, I want to say, more than 1,000 elemental master, which is kind of where you want to be. And since you have this, like a signature weapon, this, you don't really need to worry too much about energy recharge, because this is gonna do it for you, more than enough. But if you want, you can definitely get him a little bit more energy recharge. But other than that, your Kazuha is fine as it is. Like, nothing too crazy you need to work on. Like, talents, 665, that's fine. Usually you don't really need, like, basic attack. Don't worry about that. On Kazuha especially, like, he doesn't really need it. Let's see, Ganyu. Are you building her with Blizzard Stray as well? Oh, I see. Yeah, so... if you're not building Ganyu with Blizzard Stray, you definitely need to work a little bit more on the crit rate. I would definitely suggest to, like, pump it up a little bit. Get it to at least... I want to say, usually the way I do it is 2-to-1 ratio. So you preferably want to look at, like, if it's 45 crit rate, about 90 crit damage. It's not like a golden rule, but it's usually what you would prefer to see. But yeah, because 45 is a little bit on the lower side. But since you have Ayaka, like I don't know which one you prefer to use, but probably Ayaka, I'd say. But yeah, if you want to use support Ganyu, it's not too bad. Because like support Ganyu is arguably even better than main DPS. Because then you don't need to worry too much about this. Just pump her energy recharge. But if you do want to use her as main DPS, I definitely would suggest to get crit rate a little bit higher. Armor's Ball is fine. That's what she uses. Let's see, artifacts. That's a decent circlet. HP. Yeah, you definitely want a elemental goblet if you can find one. I know you probably use it because of substats, but definitely need to work on that probably. Your sense is fine. Not the craziest, but pretty good. Feather could be a little bit better. I guess you just didn't have like a better one. Because I know that Wondrous Troop is not the easiest set to get. And your flower is okay actually. It's not too bad, not too bad. It's decent. But yeah, definitely work on getting Goblet Cryo damage. And everything else, artifact-wise, maybe a little bit better Feather. But other than that, it's perfectly usable. Constellation C1, that's decent. Personally, I would up at least to level 6 your Elemental Burst. Like, Elemental Skill kind of depends if you use it too much. But if you use as a support, definitely probably should get both of these to 6. If you use her as just main damage dealer, then just getting her normal attack to like 10 is more than enough. Let's see. Oh, and yeah. Usually with weapons, you kind of want them all at level 90. Like, unlike characters, because I know you have your characters level 80, which is what you should do. But definitely try to get your weapons to, especially on your main DPS. Like, for sub-characters, it's not as important. Like, obviously you want them as high as possible for sub-stats, but it's not too critical. But mainly for your main damage dealers, try to get them to level 90. That would be really helpful for you. Let's see, Yellen. I guess you built her... You built her sub DPS. Let's see. Aqua, that's fine. I see, so you built her as a... You built her as a hybrid, I guess. Because I know the Yellen can be main DPS, but I wouldn't really recommend it. She mostly shines as a sub DPS. And for that she needs a little bit high energy recharge. Just because her burst is a little bit costly, I think. I think it's 80. If I'm not... Let's check. I think it's 80. Unless it's not. Because I didn't play too much with Yellen. Let's see. Is it 80? No, it's 70. Well, it's still pretty pricey. So yeah, personally, unless you use her with Radiant Shogun or some other, like maybe Shincho, as a sub DPS or support, I usually aim for about 150 energy recharge. Since you don't really care about damage as much, but you do want that rotation to like keep going, if that makes sense. Unless you want to build her as a hybrid, in which case it's not that important. But let's see. Constellation C2, that's good. 546, that's okay. Artifact wise, that's a decent feather. That's an alright flower, not the best, but not the worst. Yes, circlet. Does yellow scale from HP? I don't really remember. I think she does. So, it's not the worst thing, I guess, to have HP circlet on her. I'm not 100% sure if Yellen does use it. But maybe, because like substats are good. Goblet is good. And Sands are fine. So yeah, your Yellen is fine. The only thing, as I said, I'm not 100% sure if Yellen uses Circlet as an HP main stat. She might, but I'm not 100% sure. But like, as I said, substats are good, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And like, your overall stats are decent. Alright, let's see Raiden Shogun. Engulfing Lightning. I assume you're like a semi-whale, like a dolphin type of situation going on here, which is not the worst. Alright, Elemental Mastery. Sans is decent. I understand that some Raiden Shogun uses it. Personally, I prefer Energy Recharge, but that's not the worst thing ever. A little bit of crit rate, like it's not the best sense, but it's not the worst. Decent Feather. Decent Flower. Pretty good Circlet. And decent Goblet. Like, I know, the thing is, I know that Goblets for Raiden Shogun just depends really on what you want. But I know that it's kind of like a toss-up between attack, energy recharge, and elemental damage for her. Because like I know she scales pretty much almost identical with all three. So I guess it's fine. The only problem is that substats are not the greatest, but other than that, it's not the worst, I guess. Maybe you should work on that in the future whenever you get a chance. C1 is fine. That's decent. You don't really need to level up your normal attacks because your elemental burst doesn't really scale from this, so she doesn't really need it. And let's see, your Nilo. Key, that's good. That's could be a little bit better Feather, but not too bad. I guess you don't really leveled up your Nilo that much, but Sense not the best, but not the worst. Goblet definitely need to work on that. I assume this is like the character that you still in work on, so I'm not gonna be too harsh on you for that. Because it's definitely understandable. C0. Yeah, I assume you still work on your Nilo. But yeah, definitely need to get you a little bit of a better build. I'm not too familiar with Nilo since I didn't play as much, but I assume it's still work in progress for you. C2 Nahida. 666, that's good. That's a good Feather. Let's see, that's a decent sense. Danger damage. Not the best substats, but it's a good Goblet. With main stats at least. That's a good Circlet. Yeah, Yonahida is fine. Artifacts wise, as I said, it's only like I don't actually know if she just wants Elemental Mastery. I guess that's probably like the support build that you're going for. Well, as I said, maybe Goblet with a little bit better substat, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Talents are fine. Weapon. Southern Dreams, that's good. C2, but yeah, the Yonahida is fine. 847. That's decent. And also, I wouldn't suggest to like level up your characters to level 90, because it's a little bit of a waste, honestly. Like, resources-wise, you don't really need it. Let's see, your Yoimiya. That's decent. Not the best, but as I said, try to aim 1 to 2 when it comes to crit. Like, try to get most of your main DPS to at least 80% crit, just so you crit consistently. Because even if you have high crit damage, if you don't crit consistently, it kind of dwindles your damage anyway. So the best course of action usually would be to like don't have as high of a crit rate damage, but have more consistency. So your DPS doesn't dwindle too much, if you care about that. I assume your Yoimiya is not your like first to go to character. Thunder Impulse. Shiminawa, that's good. That's a good flower. That's a good feather. Has decent sands. Pyro damage, yeah, definitely level this one up. That's a good goblet. Try to get it. See if you can get lucky on it. That's a pretty good goblet. You have decent chances there to get something good. And yeah, your Emiya is actually good. Like, as artifact wise, nothing bad about her. Yeah, I mean, that's as good as it could possibly get, really, with what you have. Just as I said, try to level the Pyro Goblet and see if you can land... Like, if you land more into crit rate there, and if you can get this to, like, 80%, that would be, like, your Emiya build, pretty much. You don't need to worry about that anymore. And, Constellation 0. That's fine. I know that Yoimiya doesn't really care too much about her elemental burst. But yeah. Yoimiya is good. Like, overall, I'd say characters that you probably should focus on the most is probably Kazuha and Nilo if you want to build her. And maybe Ganyu to an extent was like crit rate a little bit. But other than that, your Ayaka is fine. Your Yellen is okay, your Raiden is good, and your Nahida and Yoimiya are good. So basically, if you want to work on somebody, work on these. And I guess Kazuha a little bit was like just getting him better, like hats. And did you have a... Oh yeah, and Goblet. But other than that, your characters are perfectly functional. You have good, like, starting point. You're a little bit of a whale, which means you have some constellations and weapons, so you don't need to worry too much about that. But yeah, as I said, just basically all you really need is just to grind artifacts for some of the characters. I know it's not something you can really, like, chance. It's more of a luck thing. But other than that, I'd say your character overall, I'd say your Ayaka is about 8 out of 10. Your Kazuha is about 7. Your Ganyu is about 6, but it's only because, as I said, it's a little bit of a low crit rate. Yellen is about 7. Your Raiden, I'd say, is actually good. So I'd say she's about 9. Like, there's not much really you can add to her. Your Nilo is in work, so I'd say it's about 5. Your Nahida is perfectly functional, I'd say it's about 9 as well. And your Yoimiya is about 9 as well. Like, obviously there's room for improvement for those characters, but like, you don't need to worry about them. Just, and if you don't use, like, if you don't use Ganyu as a main DPS, you don't really need to worry about crit rate too much. And in my personal opinion, I think she functions best as a sub DPS anyway. So just work on her only if you really want to, because like you already have Ayaka and you don't really need double cryo DPS unless you want to use her as a support for Ayaka. But other than that, everyone is fine. As I said, just your Nilo, but I assume you just don't work on her too much as of right now. But everyone else is perfectly usable. Like I'd say probably your Yoimiya is the most like built character out of everyone. Like both artifacts and weapon wise. So that's about all I can really tell you. Like if you're aiming for Spiral Abyss, if you want to use just these characters, I would suggest going with like Ayaka Ganyu. Like you can actually build the full team from just these characters. Like go like Ayaka Ganyu, maybe use Yellen as a support. And like Nahida maybe. Just build like Hyper Bloom team. Was a little bit of a freeze going on. And the next one could be just like Kazuha. Or you can just build Eternal Freeze team with just these 4. Like just go with like Hydra and just use the other 4. But for this one, just use Yoimiya as a main DPS, Kazuha as a support, and Nilo as like a sub DPS-ish unit. And then depending on who you choose here, like it could be either Yellen or Raiden Shogun if you want to use her for this team. But you can perfectly functionally build like the entire team just out of these 8 characters. And you can mix and match, like you can add Bennett, for example, you can add Shincho, you can add even Zhang Ling if you want like double Pyra going on with Yoimiya. Like, as I say, perfectly functional here, nothing too wrong. I mean, as I said, I know how it goes with artifacts. It's not something you can chance. It's more of a slow and painful grind more than anything, really. Like, there's not much you can do about it. The only thing you can do... I guess let's do a temple since I'm already here. I don't really use this account anyway. Let's do it for Yaemiko just for fun. Let's see if we can get something. No, as expected. Oh, we got Lila. Now, isn't that something? You wish I had her on my account. Wish I had her. Like that's actually somebody I would use. Cause like I do want Lila. That's actually somebody I would be interested in, but you know. I mean, yeah, as I said, Yoimi is probably your best unit from what I saw. Like both artifacts and everything else going on. Okay, let's go back to the grind. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, as I said, don't stress out too much about artifacts, because clearly you don't, like, you're not free to play, so you don't really need to worry too much about grind, since your characters are already perfectly functional. It's only like people should worry about artifacts when they are like purely free to play and they don't have like actual best in slot weapons and whatnot, because like weapons are kind of like a substitute for good artifacts almost, because they give you like an edge over 4 stars for obvious reasons. As long as you have like decent main stats, that's all you really need. Because like hunting for sub stats could be a long grind, especially if you want like multiple characters. And if you go for like domains that only have like one good set, like Viridescent, like the other set in Viridescent is useless. Like the only characters that could benefit from it are healers, and even on healers it's not the best, because why would you use I don't even remember what it's called. Is it Doctor one? Like the Rose one? That set, I forgot the name. But why would you use it when you can use just Noblesse, for example, or any other set that like gives you energy recharge, something like Emblem one? Like there's so much better sets going on even for healers. I just don't see a point of it. Like it's definitely not the most useless set, but still. So yeah, it's a painful grind, because like if you farm something like Blizzard Strayer, then you also have a really good like Hydra set accompanying it. It's the same thing with like Crimson Witch farming, because Crimson Witch is really good for like pyro characters for obvious reasons, but it also has a second set which is absolutely useless. Like who actually uses Lava Walker? It's not good at all, and I never saw a single person use it for any reason, because why would you need fire resistance? Like elemental resistance sets is probably the most useless things in Genshin, because they don't give you any benefit whatsoever. The only thing they give you is like pain of getting them. Alright, let's get back to this. See how it goes. I guess I go with this. Should work nicely. We got out of the way the most annoying one, which was Cryo. And that's good. The other ones shouldn't be too much of a bother. At least I hope.
Illusion shadow. Rain outlines you. Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
Because, like, I hate Sheer Cold as an elemental status. I think it's one of the most annoying ones that you can possibly get. That's why I never liked Dragon's Pine as a region that much.
Shine down. Know my sword. Witness the power. Inazuma shines eternal.
Kamisato Arc. Sumeru.
The Temple of Wisdom. Illusion shadow. There is no escape. Committed to memory.
Another test subject.
Rain outlines your fate.
Free. The depths back.
Sharing my knowledge.
Let me weave you a verse.
Torn to oblivion.
Fall before me!
Free.
Fall before me!
Grow, grow, grow.
You be still!
I'm getting achievements left and right since I don't have Inazuma unlocked.
Cascade.
Illusion shadow.
The wrong test subject.
Witness the power.
Shine down.
Be still. Yes.
Alrighty.
There is no escape.
Oh, I hate these guys. Like, Abyss Lectors are one of the most annoying goddamn enemies in the entire Genshin. Because it's not like they're hard, it's just their shields are so annoying.
Now you shall perish. Shine down. Illusion shattered. Make yourselves at home.
A glimpse of what
Rain outlines your fate.
Shine down.
Time to act.
The plan was watertight.
These bastards are so annoying.
Time to act.
Cascade.
the flames of redemption!
Illusion shut.
This might hurt a little.
Be still.
Finally. I hate them with a passion. Especially every time I would meet them in like Spiral Abyss. That was like the most annoying thing ever.
Committed to memory.
Absurd. Shine down. Body and mind.
Cascade.
Share my knowledge.
Body and mind. Witness the power.
Mind deluge.
This might hurt a little. Committed to memory.
Be still.
There is no escape. Rain outlines your fate.
Cascade.
Come on.
Shine down.
Kamisato Arc. Suyu. Be still. One of us has to go. I'm feeling a little washed out.
I probably should have taken bandages for heals at least. Let's see. Let's use this as well.
Illusion
This might hurt a little.
No, my sword. There is no escape. Illusion
Committed to memory.
Cascade.
There is no escape.
This might hurt a little.
So annoying. Come on.
Time to act. Shine down.
Committed to memory.
Be still.
Illusion shattered. Ring cutter. Shine down. Grow.
Cascade. Mind the deluge.
Body and mind. No, I let my guard down. There is no illusion shut. The Temple of Wisdom. No, my sword.
Cascade. The devil's back.
Inazuma shines eternal. Grow.
Be still.
There is no rain outlines your.
I almost forgot how annoying these hypotheses are, so I usually don't farm them at all. Alright, that's better. I think there's one more left. What achievement did I actually get? I didn't even notice. Let's see. Oh, I see, though. Oh well. I mean, yeah, probably Scaramouche. I mean, everybody's hyped for him. But I think the reason why I hype for him is probably not the same reason why everyone else is hyped for him. Because, like, I know everybody just likes, like, his personality, whatnot, backstory, but I just want to fly, honestly. That's the only reason why I'm kind of hyped for him. I wouldn't say I'm, like, super interested in his backstory or whatever, because, like, to me, he just seems like an emo kid that has, like, mommy issues, you know? Like, I definitely get a feel for him, but the problem is that everybody just made him to be, like, this super cringy character at this point. But I do like him. It's just, as I said, I just want to fly, you know? Because I heard that he has infinite fly with his elemental skill, and that's all I want from him. That's what people say. I don't know if it's true. Like, I don't look at leaks, but I presume people said that he can fly indefinitely with his elemental skills, so I just hope that's true because I want to do that. Because I'm sick and tired of walking. Like, walking is so boring. Alright, alright. Can you... You sons of bitches.
Illusion shattered, torn to oblivion.
Can you stop? Jesus Christ. My Punahita just got slam danged by them. She couldn't even move. Those goddamn beasts. No manners at all. What can I use? I probably should just take Banner with me, honestly, because I don't think Shincho is going to be too much of a help here. And I do kind of need a healer. Let's see, where is it? There you go.
Won't hold you back.
Probably Aito wouldn't be that helpful either, but don't really have anyone who can replace him. Like I should probably level up Zhanling, honestly. But I don't really have like a good spear for her. I need to wait till I can get the catch. Because the only one I have is the one that I use for raiding. Which is this one. I don't really have any other options. And I don't really feel like leveling anyone else up, honestly. Because, like, maybe Dory, I guess. But I'm definitely not, like, super hyped about anyone else here. I see. I'll consider it, but as of right now, not really feeling it. Let's try again. Those Hydra Mimics give me like PTSD whenever I try to complete like the achievement. Where you need to not get hit by the water bombs from Hydra Mimics.
Teamwork is dreamwork. The Temple of Wisdom. Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Shine down. Let's light it up.
There is no escape. I'm seeing stars. Sharing my knowledge.
Everybody sit.
No, him. I mean, Zhanling's best install is catch anyway.
Adventure teamwork is dreamwork. Let's.
The Temple of Wisdom.
I just don't have desire to kind of get the catch at the moment. I'll probably shoot, but it's just gonna take too long.
Torn to oblivion.
I don't have cryo. That was a mistake. I need cryo for these bastards. I hope just Nahida can kind of power through their shield with like Hyper Bloom.
Shine down.
You son of a bitch.
I'm going in.
Grant me new life.
Oh, I guess Hyper Bloom is actually does pretty well. I guess they shield. Because the Hydra shield used to be one of the most annoying for me personally. Because I usually don't use cryo characters. But with Nahida, I guess is better. I love Nahida a lot. Like she became quickly one of my favorite characters.
Illusion shattered.
Because I really like her personality and she's just fun to play as well.
Mind the deluge. Be still.
Inazuma shines eternal. There is no escape.
Now you're testing my patience. This is it. Let's end this.
Can you stop? Jesus Christ.
Illusion shattered.
Sharing my nine. Let's change tactics.
This isn't good.
Let's light it up. Going in.
Alright, the annoying one left to deal with.
Let's play turn a little.
Alright, we got achievement out of it. I don't even know what I did, but I did something.
There is no
Grow.
Come on.
illusion shattered. Off we go. Adventure.
Committed to memory.
Shined up.
Grow.
Absurd.
Committed to memory.
Everybody stand back. There is no shined up.
Come on.
Illusion
Alright, that wasn't too bad. That was probably the least painful one to deal with. I didn't get the one where you need to, like, not get hit by... not let it get chased, I think, for those Hydra slams. I guess I missed one at some points, but I thought that was an achievement. Oh well. It's not too bad. And I guess Dendron's still locked. Probably. I'm probably not gonna do these, because I don't think I have enough DPS to even attempt like normal for this account. I might do that at some point just to see if it's worth it, but the rewards are not that appealing, honestly. There's no like anything good. So I'll probably just exchange for these, honestly, because might as well. Just to have less grinding for talents later. But yeah, other than that, we don't really have anything else event-wise to... I guess we can do this. I mean, Ayato is always more support, especially against Hydra people. He's just there. I mean, to be fair, I used to use Ayato as a main DPS, but now I kind of use Nahida as main DPS, so Ayato is just there to, like, put his elemental burst and then just peace out afterwards. Alright. I guess... I don't actually remember doing this event, really.
That's what'll make it nice.
I know the character, I just don't remember really doing this event. But I guess it's just like a daily exchange type situation. It's nothing too serious. So maybe like an event of some sort, but I guess not. I also do this kinda every day, whenever I had spare chunks of crystal. Just for weapons and whatnot. I don't actually farm them. Just I have a little spare because I usually don't do this, but I just started doing it not too long ago. Because those are pretty useful for weapons. And you never have too many. Let's see, what else can we do? I guess these ones, do I have any for story quests? I have one. Do I really want to do Klee story? Not necessarily. I might do one of those, I guess, because... Oh, I see. I can actually do them since I didn't do story. Oh, they need 2 keys anyway. But yeah, as I said before, I never do these because I never saw the appeal of them. But I'll probably do them now since something fun to do, I guess, at some point. Should be interesting. I probably should start doing these because I have quite a lot of them and I don't really know. I'll probably start doing leeway quests as well, because so far I've been stuck on it for a long time and I don't really like that. Let's see which one we can do right now. I guess let's do this, might as well. Actually, let's do probably... Let's see, did I max out the reputation in Mondstadt? Because we probably can just do the reputation, unless I already maxed it out, which is possible. Let's see. Did I? No. Still have 120 to do, which... I guess I'll just do these. And max it out. And then I'll do bounties in leeway. No. Come on, Brooke. Don't be like that. Actually, don't know if she has any recipes. Because I kind of need those for achievements. Okay, right, we're gonna talk to the ghost of Brooke. Let's see. No, she doesn't have any. Oh well. But yeah, I kind of like those monster wings. I think they'll look really slick. Because I'm usually not the one for like cosmetic stuff. But honestly, I do like gliders. I think they're pretty cool. I kind of wish they added more, just instead of regular ones for like reputation. Because the only one we really had that was like new, if you can call it, was this one, which we got for first anniversary. And I think that's the only one that we ever got. There's no like... We also have this one, but I don't really care about this one because it's like locked behind one of the PlayStation stuff, but it's whatever. It's not even that cool looking. But I wish they added more. Like, I know some people go like KFC one or whatever. Like, that was pretty slick, but other than that, kind of disappointed they don't do more with this function.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
I also wish that they would add like more pets, like more of these, like more of these little creatures. Because I think they only added them like every once in a blue moon at the moment. And I do kind of like them. Because I can just make some that would like help you fight. I can just blatantly rip off Pokemon, or we can just have like Pokemon fights in Genshin. Like, imagine that you just catch like a random fox and just make it fight it for you. I think that would be pretty fun. Because, I mean, we already can catch characters. I mean, animals. Might as well train them. And whatnot. Because right now we can just put them in our teapot. And, like, what's the fun in that? I mean, if you have a gene, you can do something to dogs. Actually, I don't think it's dogs, I think it's cats. You can, like, twirl them in the whirlwind. I don't have a gene, but I know that's what some people do.
I see everything.
That's kind of like petting, I guess.
There is no escape.
Alright, that should be all. I guess I maxed out my reputation here. Let's try out the new glider.
Illusion shattered.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's put it on rating, I guess. I kind of like it really aesthetically. Just something about like other color is really appealing to me. I really like the slick design of this one. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of like bulky ones. But like this one's, if it had like more of a slick design like this, I think it would be cooler looking. Because like I'm not the biggest fan of these. Like this one, I think aesthetically is the most coolest one. I just don't like the bulkiness of it. Because for some reason it just looks a little bit silly. Should probably heal first. Let's see. What other quests can we do? Oh, I guess let's do this one. Oh, no worries, Doc. I mean, you don't need to stress out about it. I mean, I appreciate if you come, but if you like busy yourself, there's no need to stress out about it. Just pop in whenever you have a free minute, say hi. It's all honestly no bother.
Have you heard?
Storm Terror. Did something bad happen?
Okay. I made you salad, Sarah. That's how we're gonna infiltrate the Fatuia. We're gonna infiltrate it through salads. Oh, come on. Where's Charles? Oh, okay, it's the guy in a bar. I guess we're gonna get some alcohol as well. It's a pretty lengthy quest. I think it's also the one that's locked like behind daily commission. And you can't actually get it unless you complete that daily commission, which is a bit annoying, but you know, it is what it is.
Shine down.
Be still.
Illusion shut.
Cascade.
Torn to oblivion. Let's play pretty little.
All right. Let's go offer our gifts of tribute so we can join for 2 finally and realize our true selves as one of Harbingers, as we always wanted. Okay. I guess we're in. We successfully gained his trust. Let's see, which else can we do? I think this one would be fine.
Shine down. Teamwork is go. There is no escape. Let's play pretty little. Everyone hold hands.
Yeah, I think after this, I'll probably call it a day, because it's been a pretty
Let's light it up.
long day for me, so kind of a little bit tired.
Minute to memory.
And tomorrow we'll probably do more exploration stuff. Get a few chests here and there, maybe do a few quests.
Shine down.
Cascade.
Grow.
Cascade.
Illusion Whoa.
Let's light it up!
Shine down. Committed to memory.
Okay. That's a little bit tedious, but we did it in the end. Okay, let's see if there's anything else we can do quickly, maybe? I guess let's do this one as a last bit of exploration for today. And I will probably call it a day. I need a razor, I think, for this one. Where's he? Razor. There you go.
We're going to hunt.
And the last one. Okay. Well, that should be it for today. I think we did quite a few tasks here and there.
You want...
Let's see. Unless there's something else. Looks like we did all the daily stuff. I'll probably do some more quests tomorrow. Maybe we'll do like clay quests and some leeway ones. But most likely we'll just do
Ad Astra Abyssos.
more exploration stuff. But yeah, that should do it for today. We don't really have any other events to worry about. But yeah. Thank you very much for coming today, guys. I had quite a bit of fun, and I hope you as well. But yeah, tomorrow I'll be live at about 8 p.m. GMT as usual, and I hope you can make it. So we'll have some fun together, do some exploration, talk about whatever. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.